Okay, 365 days of prayer. I think we're on day 12, but I'm going to have to check it because it's all starting to blend together. But today I have a really heavy heart. I just got done watching Tucker Carlson, and if you don't watch Tucker, I would really recommend him. He is really straight down the middle. He's not a big fan of Republicans. He's not a big fan of Democrats, and he'll call them both out. That's what I really like about him. Anyway, he had the story of the deputies in California who were shot over the weekend. Now, they were shot in a very vicious way, like a man literally just came up and shot them in their car, which is already heinous. But what bothered me even more was the videos that he played of people cheering, of people saying that they got what they deserved. They went to BLM protesters, went to the hospital where they were at, and wanted to see them. And when cops tried to keep them away, they called them pigs. They yelled out that they hoped they died. One of these cops was a mother of a 6-month-old child. The other one, young, but they had done nothing. And, I've been a teacher for a lot of years, 14, 15 years. And I've always taught, well, not always, but I teach a lot about the Holocaust. And one of the things that really sparked me as I watched that is we are becoming like Nazi Germany when we start to devalue people's lives and make them not human. Now, hear me when I say I am not against the idea that Black Lives Matter, because I will stand up for your life if you are doing the right thing every single time, right? Nobody should be killed needlessly. But I am severely bothered by the fact that what is coming about because of Black Lives Matter's protest is that cops are no longer human, and therefore it's okay to kill them. It is okay to watch them bleed out on the street. These videos that people were taking, they literally just watched. Nobody called 911. Nobody offered to help. They watched from the side of the road and laughed. I just can't even believe that this is America. And so my prayers today are for all of our police officers. I'm going to pray that God's hand of protection is on you, because you have the most dangerous job in the world right now. I am convinced. But my second prayer is for a wake-up call. We need to take a step back and we need to look at each other and realize we are all humans. And when we start to say that people don't matter because of the job they do or the way they look or the color of their skin, and that it's okay to kill them, we are totally going back, right? We are going all the way back to history. They say history repeats itself, and we're watching it. We're watching it happen. So that's what I'm going to pray for today. And I'm sorry this is really serious, but I'm angry and concerned and scared because I'm seeing the Holocaust start all over again. That a lot of people don't know that is how they convinced the Germans to go after the Jews. Like, there were a lot of really good, decent German people who, because of the media propaganda, were convinced that Jews were less than human, and therefore it was okay to kill them, and therefore it was okay to steal their property, and therefore it was okay to do all the heinous things that they did to them. It was because they were convinced they were less than human, and that is what we are seeing now with all of this defund the police and the police being bad, and this rhetoric that, as far as I'm concerned, is domestic terrorism and needs to be stopped. That it is never, ever okay to dehumanize someone, ever, but definitely not based on the job that they do or the color of their skin or where they live. It is just not okay. Okay, prayers, because I'm a little intense right now. Dear God, I just come to you today and I am burdened. I pray first and foremost for your hand of protection, a supernatural protection over all the law officers in this country. My brother serves in law enforcement. I know a lot of good people who serve in law enforcement, and I'm worried. I am worried about them when it is deemed okay to go up and shoot them for no reason, to laugh about them dying to film it and find jokes in it. I am concerned that people who are running for public offices can go and make videos saying that this is okay and it's just the beginning and they hope it gets better with more cops dying and still be allowed to run for public office. I am concerned for the fate of this nation and the fact that we are starting to dehumanize people, and that is never, ever, ever okay. So Lord, I pray for your supernatural hand of protection on the law enforcement officers across this country. I pray that, like those deputies in California, that miracles will happen. And even though they were shot point blank, the last that I've heard is that they're both going to recover. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be the same. And so, Lord, I just pray. I pray that you will protect them. I pray that our leaders will start speaking out against this dehumanization rhetoric that has taken a hold of our country. And I pray that we, as believers, will stand up and we will also start speaking out when we hear it, and lovingly tell people why that is not okay. Lord, we need you here. We need your hand. We need a revival. We need people to turn their hearts back to you. I don't know how we get there, Lord, but I pray that it happens soon, because this world is starting to become a very scary place. And I'm a little terrified to be here, and I don't really want to go through what went through Germany in the Holocaust, but I see it coming. And so, Lord, I just pray. I pray that with love, this nation can heal. I pray that our leaders step forward and do that, and I pray protection on our law enforcement officers. Amen. Okay, that was heavy, and I'm sorry, but make sure you guys are listening. If you're hearing things like this, please, please, please talk to people and tell them how this is not okay. Talk to them about how the Holocaust started. And I think a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know the history, and we are going to repeat it if we don't teach people the history. Okay, that is it for today. I got to get some recording done and some writing done and hopefully get caught up. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another day of prayer.